Welcome back to another episode of the Offer Hustle. I'm your host, DJ MC All in 3 Deona Hustle. Major shout out to NSPN and the Shop Cigar Lounge. Make sure you check it out. It's real low key, one of the best spots in the town. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. Now, I got my red on. I don't have too much St. Louis on. It's around me. You can't see yet. But this is the 314 day edition of the Offer Hustle. And when I thought about what is that going to look like? What does the 314 day edition of the Offer Hustle look like? Instantly, I said, Q Ambition, Gold Bar Limited. So today, cousins, let me show you real quick. Hold on. Patience with me. Hold on. Let me show y'all what. Shout out to the big homie Brian B. Shining and, of course, the founder of Gold Bar hooked me up with. This is a St. Louis classic, a St. Louis piece that I will be wearing on 314 day. I hope you know that. And so I said, oh, yeah. I got to have him on the show because he got a bunch of other items that have been all around the town. You've seen the KC Current fit that Patrick Mahomes had on and Brittany Mahomes. It was fire. It went crazy. You've seen Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics, and St. Louis native, might I add with it. Cedric the Entertainer, St. Louis native. The list go on and on. I'll be here all day, but welcome, please, our founder of Gold Bar Limited, Q Ambition.
Thanks for having me, sis. What's happening?
Not much. I'm trying to make sure I put this back on the chair the proper way. You know, when you get a gift, you got to make sure you take care of it, especially something with high quality like that. So I do want to thank you. I appreciate you for that.
Thanks for be shy. Like he came with it. He hit me up like, yo.
Well, we got to do something.
All
right.
Something
okay.
special.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. Okay. So I told you beforehand, this is the 314 day edition. We got a lot of St. Louis questions, but I want to know more about your journey because I know we ran into each other and met for the first time. I think it was Tacos and Tequila.
Yes.
And it was when Nelly was coming to the town, and we just connected backstage, and then honestly from there, the relationship started.
Yeah, that was lit.
But you've been doing your thing way before that.
Yes.
But I want to start with an icebreaker. Okay. This or that questions. It's super simple. Okay. You can't think too hard, all right? Okay.
Talk to me.
All right. Now, you got the cow print on the inside. It's reversible.
Yes.
So my question is, do you prefer the cow print style or like the team varsity jacket style that I've seen you do?
Honestly, I'm falling in love with this cow print. Like it's the hair, man. It's the it's the authentic, it's the
it's
detail.
It's swag. I ain't gonna lie, that mug hard.
And this is inside out. Like I'm flexing it like this so you guys can see the detail of the original inside.
He ain't even going too crazy right now.
No, we chilling.
This is just the first half of the interview. All right, music wise, because we talk a lot of music on the Offer Hustle. R&B or hip hop? Which one you lean more to?
Right now I'm kind of like R&B.
Really?
Like, I'm leaning kind of towards like European music.
Really?
Yeah, like FKJ. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, these guys, man, like, I just into the vibe music right now, so.
And is that French?
I'm not sure. You gotta check it out.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't expect that. Okay. So what decade of music would you prefer? Like, if you had to
90s.
pick, everybody say the 90s. I get that.
Easy work.
I get that. 90s makes sense. Okay.
Easy work.
Who was your favorite group or individual act out of the 90s then?
Group? Jeez, man. I love music, so. I mean,
it's hard to pick.
It really is. I mean, I can. 90s, just say, damn, was it?
Who might be your go-to that you might listen to then? Maybe not your favorite.
This is hard. Why are you doing me like this? The whole 90s is impactful.
I know, facts.
So we going R&B or what we going?
R&B.
R&B?
And just give me a group.
Damn.
That's just like, you know what, I'm going.
Boyz II Men.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's easy.
That's fair. Okay.
BBD.
You said what?
Bell Bill DeVoe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
90s.
Yeah. Spades or dominoes?
I'm Spades.
Okay. Okay.
Spades guy.
All right. KCK or KC Mo? Because you've been in Kansas City for a long time.
MO.
Okay.
MO.
Cardinals or Royals?
I got to go Cardinals. I'm St. Louis.
Absolutely. I always tell people 11 championships is better than 2.
Absolutely.
No offense. Numbers don't lie. Men and women do. But numbers don't
I rock
lie.
with the Royals, but
absolutely.
I'm St. Louis
all day long, yeah. All right. St. Louis fried rice or Kansas City barbecue?
Dang. Ooh, both is good. I'm gonna go fried rice because I grew up on it.
Absolutely. Okay, what's your order? What you be getting?
Chicken fried rice with egg foo young gravy.
Yes, I be telling people they sleep on that gravy. Yeah. Gotta crab ragoon. I get a peach
dry. I want mine, with the gravy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nah. Okay, cool. I got a bonus question for you.
What's up?
What's a fashion trend that you feel like you've seen a lot of people do that you think is actually terrible?
I don't really think no fashion trends are terrible. Honestly, I'm fashion forward, so we might not be ready for it right then and there, but it's eventually people be catching up.
Yeah, that's a Kanye answer. Because
think about
Kanye
it,
was
though.
ahead of a lot of things. And you look back now and people are just now catching up to some of those things he did 5, 6, 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
So,
Crazy.
yeah, that's real. Okay, first and foremost, what high school did you go to?
I went to Gateway in Hazelwood East.
Okay.
I went to 2 schools.
Okay.
High schools.
Okay. I think you might have told me that. Yeah. Now, were you big on fashion back then?
I was. I love fashion. I always love fashion.
What piece about it?
You say it again?
Like, what piece about it? Like, what specifically?
Just standing out, being different. I like the fashion sense of just being outside of the trend.
Mm-hmm. Doing something different?
Yeah.
So when did you start Gold Bar Limited, though?
Gold Bar Limited, we actually just rebranded. So it used to be Ambition. So St. Louis would know that it'd be Ambition, Shop Ambition. Mm-hmm. And then we rebranded to Gold Bar probably about a year ago.
Really? It's been that recent?
We just converted, yeah.
Now I know you had a kiosk in the mall.
We quick with the
y'all didn't. We didn't adapt it.
Yeah, with the conversion.
We didn't even know it was painless. Like most time, people be taking years to try to rebrand and do all type of stuff. Yeah, it was seamless. We need peep.
Absolutely.
But I heard you had a kiosk back at the crib. What mall was it? And what
Fairview Heights.
It was at Fairview Heights. Okay. What was the name of that?
Dang, what was it? Well, we had an inline store too. It was Ambition.
It was still all Ambition when you was back in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Now, I came to Kansas City back in 2015, and I think I probably shared that with you. I went to UMKC. That was the reason why I came to Kansas City, was to go to college. But for you, when was your move from St. Louis to Kansas City, and why?
My move St. Louis to KC was 3 years ago, like 22. And I just decided, I just felt the vibe. I knew like it was about to open up. So I was getting with some players and being in the right places, private parties, and just really just having conversations, open dialogue. And I just knew like this city was going to blow up. They said the World Cup was coming within 3 to 4 years.
And,
so.
And here it is. It's less than 100 days away.
Yeah, I'm a scout. I know how to look and figure it out.
Yeah. Now, I've never had someone that is a fashion designer, creative director of apparel on the show. Wow. So how does that actually work? Like, because you see people talk about clothing brands all day long. Like, I ain't asking you to give your juice and give your game.
Oh, for sure. I'll give
but necessarily, like, not necessarily that, but how does it even work to dive into an industry like that?
I mean, honestly, you got to have a passion for fashion, like, because fashion is hard. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Really?
So, I mean, and you got to be fashion forward. So it basically, it doesn't matter what field you're in, it's the same. You just got to want to do it.
Yeah.
And then once you figure out that's your passion, then just, really just go hard, But I always give the advice to reverse engineer it. So kind of know your end goal before you jump into it. Because if you don't know your end goal, you just navigating.
Mm-hmm. You just
and
doing
without
stuff.
a direction. So if you type in that end goal in your navigation system, you know where you're headed. Even if you fall off track, you can always
find your way back because you got that GPS on lock.
Yeah, you know your end goal.
Yeah. Did you have pushback from people? Like when you was like, you know what, I'm really finna do this, like your circle, your family? Did you ever?
God, all the time.
Really?
Like, all the time.
Like what would people be saying?
I mean, it's just, it ain't even what they say. It's the action of, maybe having a pop-up in your community or this and the third and not supporting.
That's real.
But at the end of the day, like, the earth is your turf. So it's so many people out here that's willing to patronize with your product, especially if it's good.
Yeah. And honestly, when other people start rocking with you, that's when the people that really had a chance to support you from day one decide to hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Yeah, you have momentum and now they like, oh, you got a little motion, like, oh, hey, Q, I wanna. And it's like, yeah, okay, we still do business, whatever, but hey, you had the opportunity from a center, but sometimes people need to see the work behind it in order to hop on that bandwagon.
And you got to embrace all of it. If it's love, it's love. If they didn't love you in the beginning, they love you in the end, it's still love. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, like, a lot of times people don't understand your journey until your journey starts unfolding.
Yeah.
So just stay on it and don't get discouraged.
Yeah. Now, we know you got a passion for fashion.
Yeah.
But how did you select exactly what specific niche you were going to have? Because, I mean, people get into clothing and apparel, and some people do every single thing. You see them come with the hats, the gloves, like every single thing. But your niche is very specific, and it's been very successful. So how did you get to that point where you were like, this is exactly how I'm going to pursue it, and this is what I'm going to focus on?
Well, I mean, I've learned from the L's. So basically with the losses, you gotta actually dissect it. You gotta really fine tune it and reverse engineer that as well. So I decided to go back to the basics, and that was my Letterman jackets. Like the Letterman jackets had way more profit margin. I didn't have to like scale so large with like all these different sizes for all these different, male, female, this and that. So that you'll bleed out money if you do that way. So if you just kind of like whatever works for you, kind of what Gary Vee say a lot. I study him, and what works, just double down on what works. So kind of like just take notes, know what you're doing, have the proper data so you can make adjustments and pivots.
Yeah, no, this sounds very strategic. I feel like most people are like, they not thinking like that. They just like, I'm finna just start something and do it. But when you do that, you do risk not actually having strategy behind it, and it fails and you don't know why it failed.
Yes.
And it sounds like you was clear on not falling down the, that rabbit hole of doing that. Yeah, and so you experienced it.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I collected data, I understood, and I was like, okay, let's double down on what works. And then it started working, and it works again. So you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm very talented. I can make dresses. I can make whatever.
Yeah. But
I'm not going to do it until my particular brand hits a certain mark where I feel comfortable enough to scale.
To do that. And that makes a lot of sense. Because what was it saying? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, but it's kind of like reverse a little bit. It's like, why add if people are more than happy with the product that they have right now? Let's just take it to where we can.
Yeah, it's like an elevator that says like capacity is 6 people. Why would you put the 7th person?
Why you put there? 7?
Why you keep going? Stay
facts.
Yeah, stay leveled. Stay balanced.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of businesses I feel like don't last past a year or 2 years because you taking on too much. Yeah. I be saying that about restaurants. Like some places I just feel like just do chicken wings and fries. Yeah, that's it. Because now you got a 54th Street menu, Cheesecake Factory menu with 500 people. Like,
hey man, you funny.
Nah, for real though.
That's the truth.
Like people be having 30,000 things. You only got 2 cooks in there. Yeah. How they gonna come on now?
I've learned to be a master in what you master in.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Yeah. Now I know, of course, with the quality of your pieces, it's top tier.
Yes.
And that comes with a top tier price.
Yes.
So I know that means that there are certain people that are not your market. Necessarily.
Absolutely.
And I know people have to be comfortable with that. Whatever your thing is, you have to be comfortable in knowing like, okay, this might not be for this person. This might not be for them. And I think sometimes people give pushback. Did you receive any pushback on pricing of any of your items?
To this day,
And how did you respond to it? Like, how do you feel about that?
The thing is, your fan base, or I call it fan base, because I treat my apparel like it's an artist. Like this is an artist sitting next to me.
Yeah.
So your fan base or your particular customer has to fit your avatar of a customer. Mm-hmm. Your avatar is, a middle-aged person who has a great income job, who loves to dress and stay fly on the weekend, want to pop out with something different outside of what everybody else got on. So my clientele is like 5 to 10%ers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it. So
but you're in those spaces.
Yeah, so I might get the other 90% come to me like, oh, it's too much. But it's okay. Mm-hmm. I know you're going to find a way to afford it. You're going to find a way to get it. If you want it,
you're going to figure out a way to
They do
it
with shoes. They do it with everything else.
Yeah.
Cars. So no different than apparel. And we do have payment plans too. Like you can go in there.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
4 installments.
Yeah. That's what's up for people. We payment plans and took off in the last couple of years.
Yes.
I saw a thing that said you could pay on rent. I'm like, how that work?
You say what?
You can put payments on rent.
Oh wow.
I seen somebody say that it went viral or something like that. I didn't think it was a thing, and you can put payments on everything now.
You can make money off money though.
Yeah, that's a fact, and that's exactly what people are doing in this day and age. Yes. Now, when I did your introduction, I mentioned how you've had some big collaborations, including the big one that I remember seeing in live time, because I was like, dang, them joints hard. And it was Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes at the KC Kern. Was it an opener?
It was game over. It was actually a year this time.
Last year?
Yes.
And that's when I was like, dang, these joints is hard. Who is this? Gold Bar. Yes. Saw that instantly. How did that collaboration happen?
It happened through a mutual friend of mine. And he basically believed in the brand as well. And between him and another guy which trains Patrick Mahomes, his name is Bobby, he actually bought a jacket for me at my pop-up shop. Mm-hmm. in Vegas for the Super Bowl.
Dope.
So I had a pop-up shop out there, and he bought one, and he wore it to the Super Bowl after set, to the party. Mm-hmm. And my home saw it, was like, where you get that jacket at? Because it had like a Lombardi trophy on the collar. It was crazy. And so he already saw one of my pieces with him, and then he saw another piece with this barber. So the word got out. He was just like, look, what he got? So
I need one of them.
Had the opportunity to present him the jackets, and, it was a one-on-one. We sat there and talked for about an hour, and chopped it up as bros, and he loved it. He was like, I'm rocking this, and I'm putting my wife in this one too. Like, we finna go crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we wasn't even expecting it, honestly, but I knew it was a cold game. And I'm like, man, he might throw that thing on, because I had KC Fashion Week at the time.
Okay.
So we was running to the Union Station to, because we was a vendor at the time for KC Fashion Week. So we passed by the stadium, fireworks went off, and I told my partner, I said, look, if we walk up in the Union Station about blase, if he walks in with it on, we gonna be viral.
Oh, for sure.
And literally, like, we pulled up to the Union Station, and my man, he was like, bro, he got it on. He said, and then we just started getting calls. Like, it was just crazy. I've never been in a surreal viral situation like that before, because I've had dressed several celebrities.
Absolutely.
But the timing was so perfect for us in the brand. It's nothing but God's work.
Yeah. Congratulations to you on that. And all the success you have had in Kansas City, because that's when you mentioned earlier how long you've been in the town. It ain't been long.
No.
And that just showed a hustle mentality, St. Louis thing. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out. You can't spell hustle without the STL.
Talk that
just putting it out there in case people forgot where you was from. But you have that hustle mentality, and it's clear as day that you came in a city that's not yours and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And you still have collabs in St. Louis, because I know I know Jason Tatum had it. I know he had on a crew neck, sweater for his birthday. And so how was that moment too? Were you there for that, or did you know he was gonna wear it, rock it for the birthday?
That was another situation where, like, his dad, no, actually somebody ordered online and gave it to him.
Oh, for real?
But I've gifted his dad some things, and he gave it to him as well. But that particular piece, he wore it on his birthday, and I just woke up one morning and my Instagram was going crazy,
going nuts,
and I was like, whoa. And then, the same thing was said. He wore a shirt on Shay Shay, and
I saw that.
It was crazy, man. Yeah. Like, it's been good. It's been a good journey. But like I said, I mean, where I'm at right now in my career and how we have been navigating, it's nothing but God. Like, he's just aligning. He's showing me that this is my purpose. So I just stay disciplined and stay moving.
Yeah. Now, since you have had this journey of meeting a lot of people, making a lot of connections, you've I saw the St. Louis City SC. I saw the jackets they had. That was cold.
Yes.
Mizzou. I saw the Mizzou jacket. You've done a lot of collaborations. Thus far, meeting these people, has there been anybody that has surprised you? Like, maybe in the conversations you've had with them, or their response to the jackets, or just anything, or just maybe the most memorable interaction you've had thus far?
Honestly,
and I'm sure that's hard to figure out.
Yeah, we get the same. Like, it's like the same reaction. Like, it's so unique. The pieces are unique, and when I design, I make sure that I'm not skipping any corners. The detail is there, and then we totally, like, embody whatever we making for the particular organization or the group. So it's all the same. Right now, it's just a blessing to have a product that people gravitate towards so strongly.
Yeah, because people don't see that often, and you got and then just looking at what you got on right now. You got the Western Auto sign, and it's legit too, because you got the Western Auto sign when it's lit. Because right now, I think the E, and if you drive by it, I think the E not lit.
Really?
Because they be, I don't know who. Mary Q, you might need to pay that bill out there, because that Western Auto sign do not always be lit. So the fact that Q got the real
by World Cup, it'll be
that's when it's gonna be lit for sure. The pothole is gonna be a little bit better too. Everything is gonna be a little bit better. But you got every single thing. You got a couple rings on there. You got the Gates man. You got the Power and Light sign.
The Scout.
You got Union Station on there too.
Yes,
I'm trying to see, but you have so much. It's very intentional, and so I'm guessing because of course you've had collabs with other Chiefs players too. Because what I see beside me might be an exclusive piece. Could you express? I
brought a goodie.
Could you show everybody?
Yeah,
can we get a look at it?
For sure. This is like
as much as you can, of course.
I'll show you everything. Like,
okay.
Where we at? Where the camera at? Right here.
Yeah.
Right here? All right. So look, this piece right here is a piece that me and Xavier Worthy collabing on. He actually asked me to do something that pay homage to Travis Kelce and to Patrick Mahomes. So, those are his mentors on the field. They took him in and they OGing him. You know what I'm saying? And he loves them to death. So I did a collab where, it's just smooth houndstooth, signature houndstooth on the back, but on the inside, I can't wait for him. I can't wait for him to wear this. I can't wait for him to wear this joint.
Y'all got to check this out, y'all.
Look at this, y'all. So on the inside, you got
that's hard.
A whole collage of one half is Pat, the other half is Trav, and they just
that's tough.
Mentoring them through the whole experience.
Yeah, that's fire. I see the Worthy Foundation logos on there too.
He still hold the record for a 4.2.1 fastest 40 time in the NFL. So man, look,
crazy.
Shout out to X, man.
Yeah, no, he been putting in work. That's dope. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fire. And so when you all plan this piece out, was it you just normally, you guys have a meeting, like a consultation, you go from there and maybe you add a little bit of extra flair on. They kind of just give you, like you said, he mentioned how much he wants to pay homage to the OGs on the field for him. So you took that direction and then just kind of went from there?
Yeah, so, we kind of bounced off of, so I did a collab with Rashidi Rice with the Blind Box. And Rasheed wanted another one, and it's kind of like paying homage to Andy Reid. So that one I just got done with. But I told Xavier about that one.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, he doing Andy? Oh, he can't go. He can't outdo me.
Right, like, hold on.
Let me get a Pat and Trav then."
Right.
So I said, "Okay, bet." So he just told me what he wanted, and I just kind of started doing my research online and seeing like, why did he really want that? And I see why. Because they took him, clean under the wing, and you would think he a vet, like, because he hold himself so mature on the field.
Yeah.
His first year was last year.
Yeah. You couldn't tell the way he played on that field too. A lot of composure.
So he's being trained by GOATs, so it's just that's that piece.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him wear it on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And I'm excited because they recently the Chiefs recently made a lot of big offseason moves.
Absolutely.
And was it Kenneth Walker III? They just scooped him up from the Seahawks.
Yes.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yes.
So it's like so much is happening right now.
I'm glad we got him.
Oh yeah, that run game finna go crazy.
We need that too. We have some good runners, but
for sure.
Dude dominant.
Yeah.
He's the MVP. So
For a reason.
For a reason.
Yeah. So no, what else? And then of course Travis is coming back this year. We was fingers crossed. We was hoping he was coming back, Trav. We knew it.
I knew he wasn't gonna go out like that.
I knew it wasn't.
Felt it.
He ain't built like that. He's gonna be like, yeah, we ain't.
Nah, he's not going out like that.
He's
not killing Trav.
Nah, not him at all. So I'm happy the team's getting back. Yeah. I saw Mahomes was recently at March Madness.
Yeah.
So and he was walking.
Spirits are up.
Yeah.
Everybody's spirits are up.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna be back, and so I know we'll see more of your clothing all over the arena and them box suites as well. Because every time I be seeing people post their box suite pictures, it be with that with them jackets on for sure.
Yes.
Now I gotta ask you some St. Louis questions.
What's up? What's
because I told you still the 314 day edition.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's really no specific right answer to this, but it kind of is. It's open-ended questions. These are St. Louis questions that only people from St. Louis could possibly answer. You can't chat GPT it. You can't ask somebody you used to date from St. Louis, your old sneaky link. You gotta know it because you've been there. So I'm gonna start off with this one question. There's multiple answers to this. I'm curious what yours is. What's one area people in St. Louis typically don't travel to because police will pull you over in a heartbeat?
Clayton.
That too, yeah, Clayton. I was gonna say St. Anne.
St. Anne.
Saying they gonna get you
all of them.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You got plenty of them that you could just pick for real, for real. If we really being honest, it's too many. Especially if you're in North County, it's too many municipalities. You think you in the clear. You think you didn't pass Hazelwood. Now you got another jurisdiction of police that's finna get on you about the same thing that you just got a ticket for. So beware.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't be at the crib that much.
When I go, bad, but now they let you ride now.
Yeah. And what's another name for Highway 67?
Lindbergh.
There you go. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. All right. What's the skating rink off Natural Bridge?
It's Skate King.
For sure. Ding, 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 ding. Simple. It's simple stuff. Because that's why I was like, I ain't know what.
Some people might not notice stuff though.
This is simple though.
It's a thorough.
This should be, you know. I mean, yeah,
I'm not
you
good
right.
with quizzes, but you know, this
Me,
the crib.
me neither.
I might hunt this one.
Nah, for sure. You almost at that hunt done for sure. All right, now this is just a bonus question. There's really no wrong or right to this one. Where do you get your rice from when you go back to the crib? If you want to disclose, because hey, listen, St. Louis, we be gatekeeping. I didn't have somebody message me. I don't really. It just depends, because I don't want you to go to my spot now. You like, well, they didn't. Hey, chill. Like, go to your place that you feel comfortable with, because people be trying to talk bad about North County rice. I have spots in North County that I trust. I'm not finna travel to the city or to the south if I come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all county brownie here. Like, I ain't playing no games. I know where to go.
From?
Well, let's be specific. I done been a little bit of everywhere. I've lived down in the city at one point. I was a kid, so I don't recall. I was by the Dome, not too far from Dome. Don't recall all of that. But Florissant, off Chambers, Bell Fountain Neighbors, I done been a little bit of everywhere.
Okay.
I went to Luther North, so that was off West Florissant and Lucas and Hunt. Mm-hmm. And where was I before that? Grace Chapel, and that's off Chambers.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I've really been in North County my whole life. So bounced around a little bit everywhere. But Bell Fountain Neighbors for sure, Florissant. Low-key Ferguson, because that's basically what Luther North is. Because it's right there.
Almost.
Yeah. So
Denny's, Florissant, kind of all.
That's what I'm saying. All of them is kind of like really scrunched up together. So I just normally tell people North County, because I name all of them all day long. Riverview Circle. Riverview period. I still used to go to Lisa's Chop Suey until one day I just was like, I can't do it.
You're youngin' though. You don't know nothing about a Riverview Circle.
Man, you lying.
Tell me
My
this.
place was right there.
Do you remember when they had the water really was working?
Okay, maybe not. So I said, hold on, maybe not.
I can ask you some questions.
Maybe not. I gotta think. Hold on now. I gotta.
a long time.
But we used to stay right there by it because it was a McDonald's. It's still a Walgreens. It was like a Dickies over there by where Lisa's Chop Suey is. I think
good.
I think those are
Lisa's
still
good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a good one.
I ain't been over there, and I didn't been over there in years.
It's a good Chinese
I don't know if
family.
it's still up to par. Cause
Peking's one of my favorites.
Okay. And my pops go John's. A lot of people I know go to John's still. Bing, people go over there. So yeah, everybody got their spots. Mm-hmm. Where do you go?
Peking.
Oh, that's the spot you go to. Okay. What? And you told me your order already. So chicken fried rice, egg foo young gravy. You get a Vess soda?
Pina colada, or a little pineapple or
okay,
something. Or a Mystic. I kind of went off of sodas a long time ago. So I was a Mystic guy. When the Mystics dropped, it was like, give me that.
Yeah, that was a hood classic. Mugs don't even be on Mystics like that no more, for real. I used to do Mr. Pure. Yeah. I used to love the, what was it? They don't be selling it nowhere, for real. It was something
Green apple?
Nah, it wasn't that.
Watermelon?
Nah, you
Papaya.
know. Yes, it was the papaya.
Yeah.
That mug was fire.
Yeah.
They don't have it everywhere.
They don't.
I went to a gas station up here that that was the biggest culture shock I had when I came here. That's
what
I'm gonna ask you next. I'm gonna ask you next some of the things that changed, like when you went to other places, because you've traveled the world. Mm-hmm. So I definitely would love to know like some of the places that you felt like you went and you just was like, oh, y'all don't do that.
The Chinaman, like literally, I would go and try Chinaman somewhere else. You know, the Chinese food. We call it Chinaman from.
We know, we break that down every single time.
I just want to be politically correct.
Absolutely,
because I don't want to sound
right.
weird.
No, you good. That's and we talked about that last episode actually.
And honestly, like when I used to try the other Chinese food, I was like, "What is this?" Mm-hmm. Straight throw it away.
Absolutely. Yeah. I still ain't tried rice in Kansas City. I don't play like that.
Me neither.
I ain't playing that. And my Kansas Cityans be like, "Nah, you should go to what is it? Lucky Dynasty." They be like, it's like St. Louis. How you gonna tell me it's like St. Louis and you from Kansas City?
They need to bring one out here though. That'd be like a St. Louis style rice. They do it in Texas.
Yes, I've heard about it.
And in Atlanta.
But I think it's because there's some St. Louis people behind it though.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. It just gotta
bring
be.
Bring it out here though.
That would be because Mugs would love it.
They would.
Because they love my Kansas City cousins, but they be loving this mediocre rice. So I'm just like, if y'all had it here.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Because the bar right now is in hell. I'll tell you that right now. But my culture shock for me was not just the rice, but the pop and the soda. Yeah. Because I came here when I was like 18. So I never really traveled much at that point in time. I used to come to Kansas City for little trips. Mm-hmm. I've been out of town on some cool stuff, but I ain't really know. Yeah. That's when my St. Louis pride kicked in.
Pop and soda, yeah. So we say soda.
Yeah.
They say pop. Other places, yeah. They used to throw me out too.
I'm like, what's pop?
That's so true.
And I was around the grocery store too. They got that sign that say pop. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I was looking for soda for 10 minutes. Didn't know where to go. No facts. I was just at Hy-Vee and I forgot that they say pop, and I was just looking down the aisle. It was crazy. So it's a lot
Does
of
it say it on the
shock.
signs?
It says pop on the signs.
Oh, that's crazy.
Some places do, some places don't. But Hy-Vee was one of the places where, like I said, I was in there way longer than I should have because I didn't know where the soda was.
I don't drink soda, so I'm good.
Yeah, I don't either. I was grabbing it for a friend. I be doing water, but hey, look, after that was just. But it's just a lot of differences in St. Louis and Kansas City, but it's a lot of similarities.
True.
I feel like there's a pride that's in the sports.
Yeah.
There's a sense. I mean, you know it because I mean, you got a chance to actually meet the players that represent the Kansas City team, so you see how they carry that logo when it comes to their team.
Love is reciprocated. Like they a lot of them not from here, so like they just feel the love and they just give it right back. It's a different love because a lot of those guys played in other cities,
right?
And it's like it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not
at all.
Yeah, it's real authentic and genuine. You can really tell.
The loudest stadium.
Yeah,
in the NFL. Let's
facts.
Yeah,
I've been there once and it was crazy, and I was like, okay.
I go crazy there.
It definitely get lit for sure.
A lot of energy.
Now, with people wearing the Gold Bar Limited, you got to show the Gold Bar. You brought the bar. You got to show people. Because we talked about the bar being in hell for other stuff. The bar is far from hell here.
Yes. We got to bring the bar everywhere we go, man.
Yeah, because of course, Gold Bar says, yep, hello. We got to throw that trademark.
So, this is what we do. Usually, when I do gift somebody a jacket or if they buy one from me, and if they're a celebrity or whoever, like even if it's a client who just really want a bar, I give them a bar and I sign it for them. Or I have the celebrity sign the bar for me and I collect them. So I stack them up.
So you got a bunch of them at the crib?
I do. I got Ozzy, I got Pat, I got Rashid.
Yes, let's talk about that. So we talked about some of the
museum
collaborations in Kansas City, but back home in St. Louis, what did that mean for you to be able to do to connect with the legendary Hall of Fame Cardinal Ozzie Smith?
That was crazy. That was another one of those surreal moments. And I was at the hotel downtown at the Live by Lowe's. I was staying the night there, kind of going back and forth from KC at the time. So I saw that he was doing a signing at the Ballpark Village.
Yep.
So I had a jacket in my trunk. I'm like, I'm going to gift this man a jacket.
Like,
it's Ozzy, because he's in the actual jacket. He's in
that's
there.
clutch, yeah.
So I pulled up on him, stayed in line, met him. He lost his mind. He was like, what? Like,
this is sick.
He loved it. And he ended up, I signed his jacket. He signed mine.
That's crazy.
And then
you just did a swap, like
a
jersey swap.
With Ozzy.
That's tough.
Like, it was nuts.
That's crazy.
I recorded all that too. So on top of it, I didn't even expect him to wear it, honestly. I thought he was going to maybe just hang it up at the house, whatever it may be. But turned around, this man got it on a commercial. Like, literally, he wore it on a commercial. And it was like aired. It was aired for like, it was like Wisher House Foundation or Wisher Home Foundation.
Oh, we going to like that. We going to find that.
You can Google it. Yeah. But it literally was on air for like 60 days, 90 days, because it was a sweepstakes or something like that.
That's
so
dope.
They was giving away a house or something. So he had it on every time the commercial aired. So we just went platinum.
That's just more advertising, more people being like, "What's that?
Absolutely.
Who built that?
Yes.
Where can I cop that at?"
We've been reaching out to the Cardinals for conversations and everything. So
no, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, please let me know. I will travel back home for whenever that's debuted.
Absolutely.
Just let me know.
Absolutely. Yeah, the MLB a little different with the licensing, but and we having conversations right now with a lot of professional teams, organizations, HBCUs. We talking to a lot of different
that'd be hard.
institutions in general. So, I always say this: the first one that actually make that move first, it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, when that phone call,
it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah,
it's gonna go crazy.
Now I know we talking about all the success and all the stuff that you're gonna have in the future too. We touched on it, but I want to ask you something about it again, about the struggle period. You getting it out the mud.
Yeah.
And I did read somewhere where you said you lived in your store for a period of time to build your brand.
Absolutely.
And I feel like people forget there are gonna be times where it ain't this.
Yeah.
Where it ain't a legendary Hall of Famer signing. But you gotta get through those moments. So what do you feel like that might have taught you? Like how'd you navigate that space of just being like, let's make it happen still?
Well, honestly, it taught me to just take your time throughout your whole process. And I was in the process of selling my crib, so I sold it. And then I was stuck because I was about to move. And then personal stuff happened. I'm like, what do I do? So I just I'm gonna pop a squat right here. So I stayed there for literally 24 months. And I was in the process of actually revamping my store, turning into a tattoo shop and everything. So That didn't go
Wait,
through.
pause.
Yeah.
Tattoo shop.
Yeah. So I was turning my store into a tattoo museum, which I sold it to an artist
Okay, dope.
before I moved out here, but I backed out the deal because county and licensing and permits and all that is it's too much, you know. So I decided to exit that and, you know, sell it. But in general, like to answer your question, just to, you know, don't ever give up. You know, no matter what it may look like, it's a refining moment. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your purpose. So you'll know throughout the process if it is or not. But just don't give up.
Yeah. Would you consider Gold Bar leaning on streetwear?
Yeah, we street luxury.
Street luxury. I like that. Do you feel like people have a misconception about streetwear or street luxury in general? Because I feel like people just tag names on stuff like other people
I believe
that
so.
aren't.
I was calling it street luxury for a long time. So before it became a thing, we called ourselves street lux with 2 X's. And street luxury wasn't even a thing at the time. And, you know, I believe that, you know, the market in general, when it comes to fashion, whatever market, if it's hot, like the culture grab it, everybody kind of step on it. So it turns into a watered down campaign, you know. So I mean, only thing that's going to stand the test of time is your work, you know. So at the end, your work and your work ethic. So at the end of the day, like if you do stand on a particular genre or whatever your campaign is, just make sure you know stand that test of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you when you're right. Now you mentioned a few things in that, and it made me think about around like 2024 or so. It was like controversy online. I don't know if you saw it. I think you might have mentioned it in one of your recent interviews about a fashion trend getting out there, and then other people watering it down in a sense, or everybody kind of biting it. And I know some people look at it like, okay, I respect that because you like my stuff enough where you want to take it. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't want this impeding on my business. Where were you in that? Because I know when your stuff hit the block, it was going crazy. But I saw a lot of other people starting to do the same thing at that time. So how do you navigate that in the fashion industry?
Honestly, our niche is really different. It's unique. I'm not gonna say like it's nobody out here doing what we're doing, but it's not a vast amount of people doing it.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know, everything looks the same. Like, you know, everybody uses the same manufacturers, use this and third. So it's just one of those things where I take pride in keep staying ahead of the curve. So and being different. So, you know, it's just really just keeping that edge and staying hungry because there's a long line of people behind you that, you know, want to do what you do. And then they got apps now. They can screenshot whatever you made, throw it online, and find a manufacturer for it. You know, so, but that doesn't say that's the cheat code because that manufacturer may only been in business for a year and the quality might be trash. So, you know, there's no shortcut to it, man. Like I just say, you know, to the entrepreneur and the future designers to just really just go through the steps, man. Take the steps, you know, don't be so quick to jump on the elevator.
Now, who do you want to collab with that you haven't yet? I know you mentioned some possible things that are in the works, but who is somebody you just like, look, I really looked up to them in my childhood or whatever, and I would love to connect with them?
I wouldn't say childhood, but because I kind of hit those numbers. I did those. But I'm going to say Killer Trail, like Travis Kelce and Taylor. I want to make a nice piece for both of them where they can kind of twin. Yeah. You know, because, I mean, they just, you know, they have inspired so many people in that relationship. And then I've seen Trav, like, just grow within the past, 3 years I've been out here. From going to the clubs, you know, talking, chopping up with him and his crew, and to see where he is right now, it's just inspiring. So to put something together for him would be dope. Who else I'm thinking about? That's about it, honestly, right now. It's Killer Trav and Taylor. Once you hit Taylor, like, where you going? I mean, where you going?
To the moon.
I mean, who else? Yay. I mean, I would love to do a collab with him or Pharrell.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I would love to do a collab with them guys.
You got Louis on there.
Yeah.
Pharrell collab would be crazy.
I agree.
Yeah, that would be. We're going to speak this into existence. That's why I be asking people, like, what's some things that they like, you know what, this is said, these are collabs, because they bound to see the video. They bound to anything. Yeah. We just going to put that out in the atmosphere.
Let's do it.
That's what we going to do. Now, last question for you, because I ain't trying to keep you too long. When people wear the Gold Bar Limited, what do you want them to feel about themselves? Because you already are unique in your style. You already indicated that, but what do you want people to feel?
Just like empowered, feel iconic because you wearing something different. You wearing something that stands for something.
You dropped the bar there. Drop the gold bar. Well, look, I appreciate you taking this time to come up here because we talked about it like months ago. We had you on Hustle and Shine in the morning, so we appreciate you stopping by there.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, period, representing, putting in that work, making connections, inviting us places too, because that's big. So I appreciate you for always looping us into what we got going on. And, likewise, anything we got going on, you would definitely be in the loop of. So please continue to tap me in on what you got going on.
Good. We good.
In St. Louis, when we link up, it's like this. Because literally, when I met you, it was just like, oh, you from St. Louis? Like, I don't know. It's just, when it comes to that, I don't really need to know much about you other than you from St. Louis, other than the high school you went to.
Yeah.
I do need to know that. But
that's a fact, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to know that.
Off the bat, like, where you at? It's like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay. I might have an image of you in my head, but other than that, it's all good. But thank you. I really do appreciate you for being a guest on the Offer Hustle.
Especially on 314 Day, man.
314 Day. We still repping 314.
Yes, legends.
The best city and one of the first. If not, I think we are the first.
What's that?
To celebrate 314 Day, Area Code Day.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Shout out to Dip, man.